Thank you. We're going to have an interval after the next bit because I never used to have intervals, but the old bladder, you know, it's don't last that long anymore. I reckon if I come back here in 4 years' time, the first half will be 4 minutes long, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to do so. I'm really looking forward to this bit. Not looking forward to the interval, but I have a real dear friend, and a close friend tonight, who has really played an amazing part in my life. Certainly in the early days, going back into the 60s when we were both young, shall we say. He now lives not a million miles away, and he wrote one of my favourite songs of all time. And I heard he was coming tonight, and I said, "Fancy coming up and singing it?" And he went, "No." And no, very graciously he said he would. Would you please welcome onto the stage to sing "A Glimpse of Heaven," my great mate Dave Cousins. All right, mate.
Well, it's great to be here, you know.
Yeah, and you got a good price for your guitar. I saw that you sold it in the foyer.
Yes, I did, yeah.
So it's just me doing this now. Did you want to tell him exactly where "Glimpse of Heaven" was written? Because
It was written down in a little village called Branscombe in Devon, and it's one of the most beautiful villages you could ever wish to see. If you start at the top of the hill, it's not far from Sidmouth, and it really is a place to visit. You start at the top of the hill and you work your way down from the pub, and you come to now what is a tea room. At the time when I first saw it, it was a bakery. There were two old men in their 70s. That sounds a bit familiar.
Another bun in the oven, eh? Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, there were two old guys, and they used to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and light the wooden ovens. Not the wooden ovens, I got that wrong, didn't I? No, they didn't set light to the ovens, they set the ovens on fire. But anyway, they baked this wonderful bread and got in a little green van, drove round the villages selling this bread, and I used to get a loaf delivered in the morning, and you'd saw it up, put your butter on it, it soaked right in, and then it glued your teeth together and you couldn't talk for a week. But it was marvellous. But then you carry on down, there's a wonderful pub at the bottom and a glorious old church, and you park your car there, walk up onto the top of the cliff, there's the beautiful bay called Branscombe Bay, and it really is a glimpse of heaven.
And I'll tell you, when we recorded it way back in 1971, I think it was, beginning of 71, I had a cassette of "A Glimpse of Heaven," and I had a place down in Devon as well, same as you did at the same time. And I went there, and I had the cassette player in the car, that's what you had then, and I put it on and actually sat there and played it, and it is so perfect. So if ever you're down in that area and you get a copy of "A Glimpse of Heaven" off of the From Witchwood album, take it with you, go to Branscombe, look up all over the hills and the hillsides and everything down at the bay, and play this track. It is absolutely magical. Now, we were going to have a rehearsal today, but I think my bladder gave way. But we've got a rough idea. I can remember it.
Well, I can, just about.
Okay, well, let's hope we both remember the same bits.
It's about 50 years since we did it.
It's actually 53 years since we did it.
Years.
Yeah, since we did it is quite genuinely in my top 3 favourite Strawbs songs of all time. So thanks, Dave. This is "A Glimpse of Heaven."
Bless you. The hillside was a patchwork quilt, neatly stitched with tidy head and crumbling grey stone wall. The trees were bare, but spring was near to conjure up its endless strings of green magic handkerchiefs. Could you only see what I've seen, you would surely know what I mean. I think I must have caught a glimpse of heaven. A string of diamonds formed a stream that tumbled down the daunting cliff to sparkle bright on the beach. Could you only see what I've seen, you would surely know what I mean. I think I must have caught a glimpse of heaven. Newborn lambs that sweetly play, speckled eggs all newly laid. But for you I would have stayed. I think I must have caught a glimpse of heaven.
Mr. Dave Cosenza.